So you scaled the company from 10 employees to 2,500.
Yes.
What are the key things you need to bear in mind to stay agile at that scale?
So I would say that the things you're trying to solve, the problems that you're trying to solve are one, is have an effective and fast decision-making process. So the company is structured in companies and guilds. And the way to think about it is companies are verticals. And a company is a unit that has a product that they're responsible for. They have a very clear mission statement, which is build the best something in the world, best blog, best editor, best e-commerce, etc. And each one of those is a company. And within the company, we will have, well, there's going to be a CEO, a person who manages the company, and he's a head of company. And underneath him, we will have all of the resources needed in order to take the mission from A to Z. Front-end developers, back-end developers, UX people, designers, QA, business analysts, operations, everything. Now, once you do that, you get the agility of being able to move along, very fast on all of those different products. And you also get a very easy decision-making process because we put an executive team member with a head of, and like a chairman of the board sort of a thing. And the CEO and the chairman can make any decision they like. So we minimize the decision-making process into two people instead of having a committee, which is a large part of how you get things agile is having a clear and easy decision-making process. And the second thing is you have a constant team or a team that stays in one place, like silos in which people stay, and it's the same team. And it became so successful that when we actually, as management, say, now we have a big project, we want to give me 3 developers to move them from one place to the other in order to supplement something which is super important, it was really hard for us to do it. Because the managers dug their heels and didn't want to do it. And even if we got past the managers, many times the employees who became, the pride of the unit would say, no, this is my team. I'm not going anywhere. Which is a good problem to have because that was what we were aiming for. At the end of the day, it's about relationships. It's not an engineered structure, okay? It is, but into it comes the personas themselves. It has another added value to it, which is it creates more growth opportunities for the people themselves. Because now, instead of having a small executive team that manages everything, I have a lot of local executive teams, and people can grow into them. It's also an opportunity when you want to recruit talents from the outside. And you have the guilds who are horizontal. And the guilds are professional guilds. So you have, for example, you have the front-end guild, okay? You have all of the front-end developers in the company, in the company WIX, not the verticals, belong to one professional guild, which is the front-end development guild. And these guys will convene once a week, and they'll do code reviews, and they'll do some work together and solve issues together. And there's a staff. There's a head of the guild, and he has a staff which helps him go around the company and make sure that there's the same level of professionalism. They are there at the hiring process, the training process. They help push people and train them and make sure that we are all aligned in terms of what does front end at WIX look like. And that's one example. Obviously, it applies to all of the professions. The guild staff is actually fully dedicated to the guild. They will be there 100% of their time, and they will go around throughout the company and work on methodology, training, what do we do when we convene everyone together. And there was another great benefit when we did that. So some of these guild heads, when we did the transition, before they were department heads. The guy who was head of engineering today was the head of the server team. Now, he's super strong technologically, but we got into the size where he couldn't put much of that talent in place because most of the time he was doing task management, okay? And now I get these people who are my top talents in terms of the discipline to actually exercise that discipline and spread the word within the company. By the way, there's another upside to this structure. It's really easy to acquire small companies and bring them in, because basically that's what it is, right? So I can just find a company that I like and I like the team, whether it's an acqui-hire or they actually have a good technology. It's really easy to say, hey guys, come in, carry on what you're doing or working in the same team that you are, but do it under our umbrella instead of doing it out there. Get all the WIX resources, great business model, access to millions and millions and millions of users, a great marketing team that's going to push your product out there once it's done, but retain the same team and structure that you already have.
I want it. Thank you very much, Nir.
Thank you, my friend.